Welcome, everyone, to Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania and gorgeous PNC Park. Two of the best teams in the game square off. It's the Philadelphia Phillies going up against the Pittsburgh Pirates. John Shambi, Chris Singleton with you. And Siggy, we're going to see a nice little win streak put to the test today.
Yeah, this team is really firing on all cylinders right now. And to me, the important thing is that they're doing the little things well. They're not just relying on home runs or big plays every game. They're playing good situational baseball, executing in key areas, and that's how you string together wins. So we'll see if they continue that in this one.
Here's Josh Young. This has been a career year for him when it comes to driving in runs.
It's great to get on the board in the first frame of the ball game, but here's an opportunity for them to really open things up with a couple of runners on. Let's see if they can cash in.
This one in the air, center field. Cobb under it. He makes the grab. Runner tags at second. The throw to third. Puts the tag on him, and it's a double play. They limit the damage here. We head to the second for PNC Park. So 2 down, and now for the Phillies, Szen Cobb. Enters the day among the league leaders in batting average, but he'll need to get hot if he hopes to win the title. Outside low, and it's 1-0. Made off with 4 stolen bases in his last game. This one in the air, right field. Bounces over the wall in foul ground. It's an automatic double.
The automatic double kind of feels like enjoying cruise control in your car, Boog. You don't need to keep the pedal down as you cruise into second base. Just no worries in the world. You know what? He put a really good swing on that one. There's really no defense for a runner who's moving like he was in that last game, Boog. All you can do as a pitcher is focus on the batter because you know you're going to give up a couple of bags.
And a foul ball makes the count 2-1. Fastball for a strike. Still 2-2 after the foul ball. Runner at second, 2 down. Here in game 1 of this 3-game set. Swing and a miss. That one in the dirt. That completes the strikeout, inning over. One left for Philadelphia. One down at the plate. Alan Stone. Stone with another scorching run of play lately. In the air to left center. And there's 2 down. So up next, Chase DeLauder. 2 down, nobody on. Swing and a ball popped in the air. Out to shallow center. That one gets down for a hit. And that keeps the inning alive.
He made that look easy, keeping his bat in the zone on plane for a long time. That leads to a high contact rate and more barrels, Boog. Even when you don't get it great, it's still hit hard enough to dunk something in like that in front of the center fielder.
Cobb in now. Takes ball 1 off the plate. Challenge from behind the dish here. And that's through there for a strike. And a count 1-2. Line to left. And foul ball. And that's ruled a swing. It's a strikeout. Down quickly. Go. The Turnpike Series continues now. Bottom of the fourth. Josh Young digs in now. In the air out to center. Cobb giving chase. Can't get there. Base hit. So a man on base to start the inning.
He went up there and got it with 2 strikes. I'm not going to leave this in the umpire's hands. I'm going to be aggressive. It was in a location where you could get those arms extended that he loves to do. So nice job right there coming back in that at bat.
This one in the air center field. And he makes the catch. So runner at second, 2 down. Harvey O'Connell, the next Pirate to hit. Man on second, 2 down. This one in the air center field. Cobb should have this one. And the inning is over. Pirates leave. Late with the swing there. Line drive. And that's got extra bases written all over it. As the tying run is forced to stop at second.
2 hits for him in this one, both for extra bases. Got to feel good about that. Now a pretty big at bat coming up with a chance to even this ball game up.
Luis Matos stands in for the Phillies. Matos having a lot more success on the road this season. And he broke early for third. With a single base runner because of all the power, they are dangerous to tie this thing up or take the lead.
As a pitcher, you know the runner on second is ready to push things with this speed. A base hit is probably going to be a big run, so you really have to execute on the mound.
Runner goes again. And a count 1-2. One down, Phillies down a run. Fouls it off, still 1-2. Runner goes again. Pitch misses.
Get out, flat.
Throw, save. That's a stolen base. And the tying run is now only 90 feet away.
Wow, that's a pretty elite throwing arm right there from the catcher spot. Pretty daring for him to try to steal third.
Hit on the ground to short. Cruz. Tie ball game as they get the second out, but the run scores. So digging in, Alan Stone. In the air to left center. Cobb on the move. And there's 2 down. So 2 down. Szen Cobb, the next to hit. This guy is one of the best athletes in the sport. These two offenses can put up runs in a hurry. 2 down, nobody on. And a foul ball. Barnett, multi-time All-Star. He features a 4-seam fastball, a changeup, and he occasionally uses a curve. The 1-2. Got him. That's the 3rd out. 3 up. Josh Young will hit next. This one in the air center field. Brings it in.
That's just Really nice catch on the run right there.
Here in the bottom of the ninth, one out. O'Neal Cruz, the next Pirate to hit. The winning run on second base. Out to center. Cobb settles under this one. Brings it in. Runner tags at second. The throw in. Tag out at third. And that's a double play. On to extra innings. So here's the Phillies DH. Luis Matos. Here's the pitch. Runner breaks for third. That's in for a strike. Throw to third. Save. And the go-ahead run is now only 90 feet away.
I'd say an aggressive roll of the dice there to steal third in this spot, but they felt good about it, and it worked out. Now the game plan changes a little bit at the plate to get that go-ahead run home. The defense might pull the infield in. Recognize that changeup right out of the hand. Just spit on it. In the infield at the corners, don't be surprised to see them come home first and prevent that run from scoring.
On the ground, right side. And it gets by him. Aimed to score from third. And they've got the lead in extra innings. Well, they didn't waste any time as they knock home the runner from second to get on the board. Cobb did a good job in the win.
Well, you can't win a lot of games without hitters delivering like he did in this one. No question, he's a key contributor for him.
So two down, Szen Cobb now at the plate. Singer, more than 100 career wins on the mound, a former first-round pick back in 2018. Swing and a miss, and it's 0-2.
This guy's pounding the zone. Hitters don't have time to think in between pitches.
Down to the dirt, swing and a miss. Catcher has it, fires to first. That completes the strikeout, and that'll do it. We'll go to two of the most potent offenses in the game squaring off. Nobody on the team has more stolen bases than he does this season, Chris. That one finds the zone. 0-2. The Phils hitless so far in the game. High fly ball down the left field line. Going back. Out of here. He sends a rocket to left. Home run number 15 on the year. And they're on the scoreboard. It's 2-1.
No, Boog, clearly some frustration out there on the mound right now. I mean, that ball was so close to going foul. Would have been a long strike, but instead, batter gets rewarded. Did a nice job of getting to the pitch and hitting it hard enough to get over the fence.
One down. Here's O'Neal Cruz. This one in the air, center field. Cobb under it. And a couple of quick outs.
Up next to Philadelphia, the center fielder, number 55, Szen Cobb.
Foul ball there. Two down, nobody on. And there's a foul ball. Got him. Third out. Back back here in Pittsburgh. On to the bottom of the 8th. Zach Geloff getting ready to hit. Looking to get the tying run on base. Center field. Cobb settles underneath it. And there's one down. Here's Elliot Ramos. This one in the air, center field. Cobb in position, and there's 2 away. 1-run game here in the top of the 9th. Cobb in the box here, lets that one go for a ball.
Running that good fastball up on the hitter's inside. If nothing else, it keeps him from diving out over the plate to get those arms extended on the pitch away.
In the air, right field. And there's 2 away.
Up next for Phillies.
Cobb with some solid production in the win. Had only 1 hit, but made it count with a homer.
Well, he definitely made a difference for him in this one. Nice effort to contribute to the win.
Looking for me. Just look up in the sky on them clear black nights. You see me? Scorpio.
First and second, no outs. Szen Cobb stands in for the Phillies. Got it started a little too early. Strike 1.
Well, he knows they don't want to give him anything to hit, but when you've got opportunities to drive in runs, you've got to expand the zone. He's capable of going out there and doing damage with it.
That one lifted to left, under it. And there's 1 down. No outs, runner at first. Here's the veteran second baseman. This to center field. And a base hit. Around second, on his way to third. The throw in. And he's out easily.
Up next to Philadelphia.
So here's an interesting note on Glasnow. He's been known to look at photos of people he doesn't like before it starts. It's a way for him to kind of get angry, and then he carries that anger out to the mound to help him pitch. Sounds like a good strategy to me, but I wonder who he's looking at.
That one misses. 3 balls, no strikes. Swing and a ground ball.
Come on.
Young tossed to first. That's out number 2. 2 outs. Bases full. Chase DeLauder, the next Pirate to hit. Here's your 1. This one in the air, center field. Cobb settles under it, and that is the inning. 1 out. Runners at first and second. Line drive, base hit. Goodman rounds third, headed for the plate. He'll score easily. It's an RBI single, and the lead is up to 5.
Well done, drives in the run. Nice line drive to the pull side right there, but he didn't spin off of it. That's the key. You still have to extend through the baseball in order to hit a line drive like that.
In the air, left field, and it's foul.
No, that's low.
Lifted in the air, right center field. DeLauder gets under it. 2 down. Two aboard, 2 outs. Szen Kim, the next to hit. He's been a great free agent sign. That pitch clips the outside corner, and that is strike one. This one in the air, center field. Stone drifts towards it, and that is that. 2 men left. So 2 down. Here's the third baseman, Josh Young. In the air to left center, Cobb on his way over, and that's the third out. Man at first, here's the center fielder, Szen Cobb. This guy is one of the best athletes in the sport. These two offenses can put up runs in a hurry. That one fouled off. Here's the 0-2. Manzardo, the runner at first with 2 gone. Swing and a miss, struck him out, and he's registered 3. So a man at first. Here's the second baseman. Payoff pitch. This one in the air, center field. He's got it. Cobb could have done more in this game despite the win. Singled and knocked in a run.
I'm sure they're glad they got the win, but if he's going to be a driver for their offense, he needs better days than this. Some good signs in this one, though.
Szen Cobb and his all-time great team are ready to go, on pace for the best record in MLB history. It's the Philadelphia Phillies taking on the Cleveland Guardians. First pitch coming your way next. Here in Cleveland, okay, all set to go. Szen Cobb stands in for the Phillies. And we're underway in this interleague matchup.
When you get ahead in the count, there's no doubt that the success rate goes up, and that's what he's been doing. It's made a big impact for him in recent games.
On the ground to third. One out in the top of the first. Milton with a stellar run lately on the mound, really carving up lineups. Here's C.J. Abrams now. Here's the 0-1. This one in the air, center field. And there's one away.
Batting 6.
If he doesn't get a knock right here, that pitch he just took is going to eat at him for a while. You might not see another pitch like that from a top-level guy like this.
Ripped to third and caught.
That at bat is a positive sign, even though it probably doesn't feel like it. He hit the ball hard, but it doesn't always work out in your favor. Sometimes a defender is there to make a play.
And that one hammered, carrying well. And it is gone!
Boog, I wasn't sure he hit that one as hard as he needed to get it out of here, but it had just enough behind it for the homer. What an attempt at the wall, though. He really gave a terrific effort to try and bring that one back.
David Almanzar digs in for the Guardians. He's already set a new career best for stolen bases in a season, Chris. This one in the air, center field. Cobb has a beat on it. Takes it in for the out. So 2 down. Now here's Nolan Jones. Hit in the air, center field. Cobb should have this one. And that is that. All right, Siggy, trivia time. Back when this ballpark opened, 1994, one future Hall of Famer hit the first triple in the park, and another hit the first homer by a Cleveland player. Think you know who they were?
Okay, I know that Ken Griffey Jr. hit the first triple here, but first homer for Cleveland. Give me a hint.
Switch hitter, that's all you're getting.
Oh, dude. Eddie Murray, no doubt.
Bam! Swings through that one out in front that time.
Man, that's just a nasty splitter. Bottom falls out of it. You don't see a lot of guys throw that these days, but I tell you what, he's got a good one.
And a pop-up, right side, foul territory. And he can't quite get there. It's a foul ball. Struck him out swinging. That K is his third of the game. David Almanzar digs in for the Guardians. 2 down, nobody on. Center field. And the inning is over. Guardians. Bottom of the 7th. Stepping up for the Guardians, Josh Naylor. Up the middle. And that's a base hit. And the leadoff man aboard. Cobb steps in. They're down, but he's got a chance to get something going right here.
Yeah, you can't hit a grand slam with nobody on. He just needs to be the match that lights the fire here.
Looking to get the tying run on base.
It's good speed at the top of the order here. You want to get it on, see if you can get a stolen base, maybe get around the bases and pick up a run.
That's a ball. Gaddis pitching in a game for the 80th time this year, and he was a 5th-round pick back in 2019. Out to short, Abrams gets it to first, and that's one away as the leadoff man is out in the 8th.
If you want to be a great defense, you have to deliver consistently. It doesn't matter how many highlight reel plays you make if you can't execute the small stuff, just like we saw.
Cobb, the next to hit, takes ball 1. Crowd locked in right now. 1-run game here in the 9th. On the ground to the left. To second for 1, and it's over his head. Lead runner makes the turn at second. Into third now. So runners at the corners and 1 out.
Up next for Philadelphia, the left fielder, Lars Nootbaar.
Here comes the pitch. There goes the runner from first. There's a ball, and that's a stolen base. Not even close. And that's another stolen base for the league leader.
Well, it seems like 90 feet is such a big deal in a tight 1-run game like this one. Maybe it's a little bit risky, but they felt good about it, and it paid off. Let's see if they can turn this into a big run.
2 on, 1 out. And that is out of play. Next one misses. Ball 3.
Don't be surprised to ball on the ground to the corners if they come home with the baseball instead of going to first base.
The 3-1. It's in and out of his glove. They get the tag on him, and no shot to get him at first. There's 2 aboard. Here in the bottom of the 9th, 1 out. Oswaldo Cabrera digs in for the Guardians. And that one is lifted in the air. Cobb on the move. Can't reach this one. It gets down. The relay. He's safe at third, and the tying run is 90 feet away.
One of the hardest things to do in the game, to stay mid.
Here's the Daniel Lowe. This one in the air, center field. And that's the 3rd out. 1 out, runner at second. Moises Ballesteros digs in for the Guardians. So the tying run at second. That's out to center field. Brings it in. Runner tags at second. Throw into third. The tag's there, and that's the ball game. Cobb with a less than great game in this one.
Certainly a frustrating game at the plate, Boog. I think he'd be the first to tell you he's capable of better. Still, they got the win.
Yeah. Back like they never left.
1 down. Now it's the shortstop, Oswaldo Cabrera. And the 0-1. This one in the air, center field. Cobb gets under it and makes the grab. And there's 2 away. Szen Cobb stands in for the Phillies. Swinging a foul straight back. Singy, he's leading the way at the moment with the most home runs in the league. You think back to 2017, and Cleveland set a major league record. 22 consecutive wins they had. It was capped off with a 10-inning walk-off win. Pretty amazing streak and a big part of the history of this yard.
Boog, and I remember early in that season covering them and talking to their staff and players, and they didn't feel like they had really clicked yet. Now, when I went back to do some research, looking at metrics like base runs, I realized they weren't scoring runs at the rate in which the data was saying they should be at. So the numbers were saying it was just a matter of time until they would take off. Little did we know that it would convert into a 22-game winning streak, and it took the baseball world by storm.
I love when you talk nerd to me. Sends it to first, 2 away. Cobb measures 6 feet even, 27 years old, and he was a 3rd-round pick back in 2025. The Phillies down by a run, top half of inning number 4. On the ground, and foul ball. That one missed. Got him swinging.
Wow, just great bite to that slider. Broke hard out of the zone, and he just couldn't hold up the swing. You know, as a hitter, that pitch is really hard to take, and there's just not much you can do with it. You know that, but you don't want to get rung up by the umpire.
Cobb under this one. And there's 1 away. Got it started a little too early. Strike one.
Man, 91 on the slider right there. That's a hard one. That's a low-end fastball for some pitchers.
Yeah, that's fouled off. Two down, nobody on.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Spoils the 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. That's too low. Full count now. 2 down, nobody on. And we're in the top half of the 6th. Fights it off. He'll see another. Payoff pitch. Lined into left center. Should be extra bases. Makes the turn and heads for second. In with a double, and the go-ahead runs at second with 2 out.
Nice at bat right there. Not just the result, but also seeing a lot of pitches. Made him really work out there on the mound. A chance now to take the lead, and at this point in the game, I think
he's trying for third. Pitch misses in. Throw to third, and he's in there easily. And the go-ahead run is now only 90 feet away.
Very risky right there to try to steal third with 2 outs and a left-hander at the plate. And there's an open lane for that catcher to throw down, but he gambled. Now he's at third, 90 feet.
And that's the 3rd out. Phillies. And the batter will be the shortstop, Oswaldo Cabrera. Here's the 0-2. This one in the air, center field. Cobb settles underneath it. And a couple of quick outs. Cobb stepping in now. If he goes deep here, we may not see that helmet again until next series.
Yeah, might as well order the Gatorade shower now, Boog. This place would erupt.
That one finds the corner. 0-1.
Way to lay off that pitch down.
The Phils with the go-ahead run at third, and we're in the top of the 8th. And that one fouled off. The 1-2. Grounded to third, could be 2. Pizzano for 1 and 2. In time to first for the double play.
They made that double play look so easy, but it was far from routine. That's the one thing about big leaguers. They make tough plays look simple.
Swing and a ball lifted to center field. That is the inning. All right, first pitch coming up. Szen Cobb stands in for the Phillies.
Number 55, Szen Cobb.
And we're underway in Cleveland. Knee high, that's in for a strike. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. Swings and misses, and there's one down.
That cutter right there had just enough movement on it to get the swing and miss. It wasn't a great location by any means. That's typically a spot that hitters can handle. So I'd say he fooled him with just enough of that late action.
Welcome back. Let's take a look at how the series has played out so far. Cobb in the box now as he looks at ball one. Second plate appearance of the day for him. Swing and a high fly ball left field. One away. All tied up, and we're at the top of the fifth. Hit on the ground to short. Abrams safe at first as they can't make the play.
Boogie doesn't care how he does it. He just wants to get on base. And when he does, that puts him in a position to do some damage, put some pressure on the defense.
Runner on the move. Ball misses. Throw off the mark, and he's in there. And that extends his lead for the most stolen bases in baseball.
High throw may have made the difference right there. It's kind of hard to say, though. It's a little tougher for a catcher.
Runner goes again. That's in for a strike. Throw is high, safe at third. And the go-ahead run is now only 90 feet away.
Well, a high throw just adds a fraction of a second from catching the ball to putting the tag down on the runner. Hard to say for sure if a good throw gets him, but as soon as that one took off from the catcher's hand, there wasn't much of a chance.
Got him swinging for the K. Strikeout number 8. Go-ahead run on base. Hunter Goodman stands in for the Phillies. Outfield playing very deep, not wanting anything over their heads. And that's in there at the knees for a strike.
That's a ball.
Swings through that one for strike 2. 2 down, go ahead run at scoring position. Good job to fight that one off.
Definitely got the hitter conscious of the pitch inside. Really think the outer half is open.
The 1-2.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Swings, fouls it off, and he breaks his bat. Cobb on third with 2 out. And that's outside. And now 3-2. And ball 4, 2 aboard.
It feels to me like his time on the mound is running short, starting to show some signs of fatigue. So we'll see how much longer they let him go.
Activity in the bullpen. Justin Sterner up and loosening in the pen. Miller also getting ready. Corners are occupied with 2 down. Hot shot, and he can't knock it down. Runner from third in to score. It's an RBI single. They take the lead. It's 2-1. We head to the bottom of the fifth. Stepping up for the Guardians, Travis Bazzana. Up the middle, and a base hit. And the tying run is on base. Cobb stepping in. One door closed, but here's another shot, Singy. This guy has a chance to deliver.
Opportunity to be a great teammate right here, Boog. Nothing says I got you like a 2-out ribby.
Swing and a miss. Strike 1. That's ripped into the outfield. And that's the 3rd out. Phillies lead a couple. They're down 3-2. Back here in Cleveland, ready to go for the last half of the inning. Josh Naylor digs in for the Guardians. Back up the middle and a base hit. And the leadoff man aboard.
Right there, does a great job of staying in the big part of the field. Man, there are a lot of hits there.
Cobb digging in. Runner in scoring position. Game hanging in the balance. Big moment here.
Yeah, this is where reputations get built, Boog. Time to come through in the clutch.
2 on, 2 outs. Line drive. That's a base hit. Runner around third. He'll score. It's an RBI single. Tie game here in the 8th.
Up next for Philadelphia, the right fielder, Matt Romo.
And that's in there at the knees for a strike. Double-barreled action in the bullpen. Matt Swanson, a right-hander with big strikeout stuff, is getting it fired up. Gaddis warming up as well.
The only adjustment he needs to make is his target. If you aim at the outside corner, that slider's going to end up way off the plate. Perhaps look a little more down the middle, and you get it right where you want it.
Tied at 4. Here's a high chopper. Gorman to first. That ends the inning, and they limit the damage. But they score twice and even it up late. Home half of inning number 8 straight ahead. And we are tied 4-4.
Pretty ways to get your first win on the mound in the majors. They'll have some work to do after the blown save, but a win is a win. Congrats to him on this career milestone.
It's still in San Diego. You can hear a baby cry as the trains in New York City roll thunder down the line. The teachers rise in Richmond as they sleep in San Antonio, while the harbor lights on Baltimore got nurses headed home.
Szen Cobb and his all-time great team are ready to go, on pace for the best record in MLB history. It's the Miami Marlins taking on the Philadelphia Phillies. First pitch coming at you right after the break. Szen Cobb stands in for the Phillies.
The center fielder, number 55, Szen Cobb.
Swing and a miss, and he chases that one in the dirt. Got the bat going too soon. It's strike two.
Well, he's been aggressive right out of the box, and a smart pitcher is going to play off of that, especially when you get to 2 strikes.
Breaking ball inside. Ball 1. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. 1 up, 1 down.
Toughest pitch to hit. Fastball on the outer black. Man, sometimes you just got to tip your cap.
The 0-1. In the air to left center. And there's one away.
Woo, he was all over that first pitch fastball. Just barely missed it. Man, this guy was ready to hit. There was a high velocity fastball in the zone. I think a little frustration from walking the previous hitter. He's got good stuff. Pitch inside the zone and trust it.
So the call will stand. 1 challenge remaining for them now. Sanoha on at first. Nobody out. Now this one gets away from the catcher. Throws to second. In there safely. And now a man into scoring position. Cobb digging in and seeing this pitcher's been living rent-free in the batter's head.
Yeah, it's definitely been a one-sided matchup, Boog. But with one good at bat, he could evict this squatter right now.
That one finds the zone. That's strike 1. And that is out of play.
So now it's all about protect mode. Try to shorten up, try to track the ball, block it if you have to, as far as just a late swing that maybe you're not sure about, but some way, somehow climb back in.
Got him swinging for the strikeout. Pulled the string on the changeup. So 2 down. Now at the plate, Owen Casey. And the 2-2. This one in the air center field. Cobb under it. And that'll do it. Miami. Back to the top of the order. Here's the center fielder, Szen Cobb. He swings and fouls one off. This to center field. Simpson on the move. Pulls it down and he makes the catch. And there are 2 down. Back at Citizens Bank Park. All set to start the 9th in this one. Jonathan India digs in now. That one laced to center and a base hit. And that'll bring the tying run to the plate.
Up next for the Marlins.
Next to hit, Agustin Ramirez. The 0-2. Ripped on a line to center. He's got it. 1 away.
Wow, he looked like he was running before the ball was.
Had the kind of game you'd like to avoid. Had 3 strikeouts without getting a hit. Never fun.
They got the win, but it sure wasn't because of him. He needs to wash this one off in the shower and do better the next time out.
Cobb Steps in, facing one of the top arms in the league. Big moment, big challenge.
You know, Boog, these are the matchups that tell you what a hitter is made of. Let's see what he brings to the table right here.
Swing and a ball lifted in the air. Looks. Pulls it in on the run. One pitch and one out. Back here in Philadelphia. And now for the Marlins, Chandler Simpson. That one ripped right center field. Carrying well. But it bounces off his glove. They're still chasing it as he rounds second. Passes third. He wants it all.
Well, they call it one of the most exciting plays in baseball for a reason, Boog. Always fun to see it inside the Parker. And, man, he was flying out of the box. And I think that by the time he was getting to second, he had it in his mind to go all the way. That's just great hustle from start to finish.
Line to right, base hit. One runs in. Runner held at third, and they'll be loaded again with nobody out. Inside. Ball one.
The opportunity for a huge inning exists right here. Bases loaded, nobody out. But as a hitter, can't be over anxious. That pitcher's up against the wall. Make him come to you.
All loaded up. Dangerous hitter at the plate. And a big swing and a miss. That one off the mark. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Way to lay off that pitch down.
Sends him down looking. And that is a big first out. Lars Nootbaar stands in for the Phillies. Golden opportunity right here. That misses. And that is ball one.
2 walks in the inning already, and he just doesn't seem comfortable out there. Like he can find the right mechanics and then repeat them.
High fly ball out towards left field. Pulls it in on the warning track. Runners tag up from second and third. And he's safe. Great effort, but it's a tie ball game. Here's the pitch. Runner goes. Nope. There's the ball. And that's a stolen base. Not even close. And that's another stolen base for the league leader.
2 outs is a great time to try to steal second, especially when you have a guy with some wheels on first. Defense probably knew it was coming, but figured we better focus on trying to get this hitter out.
And another ball.
I almost feel like he's frustrated a little bit. He wants to be challenged.
And that's in there at the knees for a strike. Fouled off. He was late. Two on, 2 outs. Got him swinging for the K. Huge strikeout. And here's the catcher, Agustin Ramirez. 2 down, nobody on. This one in the air, center field. Cobb under it. And that is that. Cobb digs in. He's had this pitcher's number. Fastball off speed. It hasn't mattered, Zingy.
Yeah, you can tell he steps in with confidence. It's like he already knows the answer to the test.
He swings and misses at the first pitch. 0-1.
Filthy changeup right there. Just pulled the string.
That one back up the middle, and it gets through. And the tying run is on base. Runner on the go. Pitch is low. Safe at second, and he easily steals the bag. And that extends his lead for the most stolen bases in baseball. Tying run in scoring position. Last half of inning number 5.
That's a ball.
On the ground.
Come on, slide. Get out, get out.
Fires over to first. And that is that. So runner at second, 2 down. And here's the first baseman. Into center. That's a base hit. In comes the run from second. It's an RBI single, and they take a 3-run lead. Alex Lux, the next to hit. Payoff pitch. Slice the other way. That's a base hit. Indy around second, heads for third. And now they'll have runners on the corners with 2 away.
He made that look easy, keeping his bat in the zone on plane for a long time. That leads to a high contact rate and more barrels, Boog. Even when you don't get it great, it's still hit hard enough to dunk something in like that in front of the center fielder.
He gets there to make the play. A nice running grab. So back to the top of the order. At the plate, Szen Cobb. He's one of the faster guys just by pure sprint speed in the majors. Up the middle. The flip. There's one. To first, not in time. Great effort there. Runner on the move. That's in for a strike. To second, but way too late. Safe there.
Well, with that kind of elite arm he has behind the plate, man, it's a pretty big deal when you can swipe a bag against this dude. Maybe more than anything, it prevents teams from just testing him, thinking that they can even steal a base. But right here, they successfully moved that runner up to scoring position. Good job.
Inside, almost got him. And a foul ball.
Well, it's critical right here that they bear down and turn in some quality at bats. Try to chip away at that lead, because if it gets to the ninth, that closer's coming in.
Struck him out without a swing. Couldn't pull the trigger on a fastball at the knees. And now for the Phillies, Lars Nootbaar. He's been a great free agent sign. Lifted in the air, left field, pretty well struck. And that's the 3rd out. Phillies. Cobb had a good day at the office, even in defeat.
I really like how he looked in this one, Boo. He consistently came to the plate with a solid plan, and it showed in the results. They didn't win, but he can be proud of this game.
Ready to go? Owen Casey getting ready to hit. Chris, has been a good year for him, having already set a new career high for RBIs in a season. That's out to center field. And a quick out, number 1. Jonathan Indy at the plate. Here's a 1-2. Up the middle. Oh, and that liner got him. Not in time. No, he's safe. Back here for the Sunday night showcase. And now here's the Marlins DH, Caleb Durbin. That one hammered center field. That's got a chance. Caught just shy of the wall.
Almost a loud start to the inning on that first pitch. Man, he's going to want that one back, no doubt.
This one in the air, center field. Cobb drifts towards it, and there's 2 away. Cobb locks in. I don't know if it's the release point or what, but he smashed this pitcher like a piñata.
Yeah, and it seems like every at-bat's a birthday party, Boog. Might be time to send a gift basket and hope for mercy.
Foul ball there.
A defensive swing right there. Some cheese on the inside part of the plate. But the hands are still stinging after that one.
Cobb with an impressive show of speed in his last game, swiping 3 bags.
It's a lot of fun watching him run the bases, Boog. I think opposing pitchers and catchers need to take a few extra minutes to plan out how they'll adjust when he gets on base. Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
And it's ball 4. He missed down low.
Well, a breaking ball in that 3-2 count kind of tells you that that's the pitch he has the most confidence in right now. Just couldn't find the strike zone.
Runner takes off. Pitch misses inside. Safe in second with a stolen base. Chris, his wheels were the difference maker on that play. Just got in there.
Yeah, with StatCast's help, we see his top speed on this.
Runner goes again. Strike in there. Throw to third. Out. And that will end. Cobb digging in. They say pressure makes diamonds. Let's see if this turns into a gem.
Yep, time to see if this one shines.
On the ground to third. Throws to first in time.
Well, there's a lot riding on that at bat right there. Nice job of the pitcher to bear down, make the pitch, get the ground ball. Excellent piece of work.
Ready now for the 5th inning. Now here's the Marlins DH, Caleb Durbin. Up the middle, and there's a hit. And they have their first hit since the 1st inning. Back to the top of the Miami order. Owen Casey now at the plate. 0-1. This one in the air, center field. Cobb should have this one. He's got it. And there's one down.
Oh, I think the key, if he can get through one more inning, anything after that, a hitter or 2 is bonus, but they should be lined up good enough to get to the finish line.
India on the move to the gap. Stretches out and hauls it in. Runner tags at second, and he moves up to third. Now 2 away.
Up next for the Phillies.
1 down. Next to hit, Caleb Durbin. That's towards center. Cobb under it. And there's 2 down. Cobb starts it off with a lead. Looking to play add-on, not just maintenance, Singy.
Yeah, partner, when you've got momentum, you ride it. These Phils doing a great job, Boog, of just waiting for the right pitch to come their way, and I'm seeing very patient at-bats out of them. The numbers say they've only chased at pitches outside the zone a little more than 10% of the time, which is excellent.
So a foul ball makes it 1-2.
So those numbers I just mentioned tell me they've been really smart at the plate. They're feasting on the healthy stuff and avoiding the junk. Kind of sounds like your diet, Boog.
Lux moving under it. 1 down. 1 down. Here's the cleanup hitter for Miami. This one in the air, center field. Cobb moving under this one. And there are 2 outs. And a home run game for them.
Not one to put on the personal highlight reel necessarily, but certainly didn't hurt them on the way to the win.
Eres niña en mis ojos, eres todo lo que quiero yo. Bajarme la sed, no, mejor ser por su boquita, amor. Las tentaciones así como tú, merecen pecados como yo. Ay, si tú quieres, solo dale a lo. Tú sabes que no va a decir que no. Ay, tienes la magia, tú sí tienes una. Que a mí me encanta, me enloquece. Como la primera vista, cuando bailabas así. Por el cuellito. Sé que te encanta, tengo que ser. Sé que te encanta, te enloquece. Y a veces. Sé que te encanta, te enloquece. La plena. Oye, lo que pasa es que desde que vi tu cara me enamoro de ti. Todo es que tú tienes no sé qué. Siento que te pasa lo mismo cuando te miro que dices si no a ver el amanecer. Te digo y luego viene y me vamos a vernos luego. Si no te gusta que vienes al diablo y lo embobo. Vaya parcerita país y yo costeño coleto. En una baldosa pa' hablarte claro, cero mensaje. Se sabe que tú eres puro veneno. Ay, tienes la magia, tú sí tienes una.